first one. What individual had the greatest influence on your wrestling career?
I'm sure most of the wrestlers are probably going to say their father, but it's true. You know, my dad was there from the beginning, you know, just driving me all over the country, all these tournaments, the late night runs. You know, he was always there, you know, making sure I had the right coaches, the right clinics. You know, even as far as getting me recruited to college, he made the highlight tapes, he passed them out. I mean, he was just very influential my whole career, and he was there from even in the tough losses and the high highs and the low lows. He was there for all of it.
That's awesome. Who was your wrestling idol or hero when you were growing up?
This is a funny question because I didn't start wrestling until high school. So like growing up, I didn't have an idol in the sport. But when I got to the NCAAs, I saw a guy named Steven Abbas, who I really liked his style, and watching him wrestle comfortable from every situation, I saw things that he was doing that compared to me, and I started to follow him, his style, and that way it kind of worked out for me, some of the things he was doing.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so what personal attributes or abilities contributed the most to your success?
I'd say it depends who you ask. If you ask some of my coaches or other wrestlers, they'll say I was a freak athlete. If you ask my wife, she says it's my hips. If you ask me, it was mental toughness. I never thought I was out of a match. I never looked at the bracket to see who I was wrestling. I kind of blacked out in the matches where like you weren't even thinking. It was just like whatever comes my way, that's what I'm going to take. And I feel like just being mentally tough in the high pressure situations, I rose above, and I wrestled great in those situations because I almost didn't care what happened as long as I wrestled my hardest.
That's awesome. Well said. What is the most outstanding memory you have as a competitor in the sport of wrestling?
This one's a little emotional for me because the best memory that I have is my last match, and just seeing my parents in the stands and waving to them, knowing it was all over, but they were there the whole time.
That's awesome. And that's a great memory to have. Throughout your wrestling career, is there a single most memorable match or event?
Yeah, this one hurts. You know, the most memorable match is the one that hurts the most, and you'll never forget it. And I was in the quarterfinals my senior year, it's my last year wrestling, and I had my sights set on a national title. And I was in the quarterfinals, and I should have been up 5-0. I feel like the ref made a bad call. He called me defensive pin on moves that you see now every single wrestler doing. They called me defensive pin, and it was over in a blink of an eye. And he went on to become the national champion. And this is just a match that will probably hurt the rest of my life. I'll never be able to let it go.
Never get over that one.
I'm sure everyone has that story, though.
Everybody.
Right?
No, but the most memorable match for most people that are sitting down here
is the worst one.
It's the worst one, yes, sir. What made you get involved in the sport of wrestling?
I kind of fell into wrestling. Originally I thought I was going to be a football player, but like every wrestler story, like I was 5'5", 103 pounds. I was like, well, I guess NFL isn't really calling me, so let's give this wrestling a shot. And I kind of liked wrestling because it was subjective. Like if I won the spot, it was my spot, and no coach could take that away from me. And I also like the family aspect about wrestling is once I bonded with those guys, you just have that family atmosphere, and that's what made wrestling so appealing to me.
Forever. If you had the opportunity to start your career over again, is there anything you would change?
I kind of wonder if I would have been better, if I would have ate better and lifted better and actually took care of myself. Because I kind of just I was a wild animal. Like I just was partying, having a good time in college, eating Wendy's, and just like, I wonder if I took care of my nutrition and my body better, if I would have excelled. Like some of these guys, they're hard, they live the lifestyle, and I did. I worked hard and practiced and all that, but I wanted to enjoy myself in college too. So, and then I also wonder if I ever would have redshirted. In college I wrestled 4 years straight through, never redshirted, never took a medical redshirt. That was it, 4 years and out.
Awesome. All right, in conclusion, what would you like for people to remember about you?
I want people to remember my matches as exciting and fun to watch, and remember, some of the flashy things and style and hot big moves, and I just want people to think of me as an exciting wrestler to watch.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sitting down with me, and again, congratulations.
Appreciate it.